Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I will be presenting you this watch inside the Mirage watch case. It's actually from Rogue Horology. So let me just open the case and show you guys the watch that I have in my possession. Okay, so in this video I will talk to you guys with regards to what Rogue Horology is about, some of the watch specifications, and most importantly some of my thoughts with regards to the watch itself. So to begin, Rogue Horology is actually established by a group of watch collectors, and they are also industry insiders who actually wish to keep the interest of mechanical watches and mechanical watch collecting alive, attainable and affordable. So we all know that watches are getting crazy high. Even Seiko watches, they are having their price increase of their basic models. Even their turtles are going up, their sumos are going up, everything is going up. So they want to address this issue whereby creating a very affordable watch. I will share more on the pricing later. So they just want to pinpoint the fact that they can do such beautiful watch, all right, with a very low cost. So with this model that I'm having here with me, it's actually called the Type 1. So they have a range of colors from full lume, sporty blue, they have teal in color, they have black, they have vintage black, yellow, which is this, but mine's a prototype. So if you go onto the website, there might be some differences. And last but not least, they have a copper dial as well. So as you can see, this is a really beautiful watch, and how they started was through Kickstarter, and they have successfully funded the project with impressive 35,000 gold with 95 backers. So with this, I'll just move on to the specifications of the watch. So first, you can see 316L stainless steel case, crown, bracelet and clasp. Alright, so this is the diameter of the watch. It's at 41 millimeters. Thickness, let me just open it out and show you guys, it's at only 13 millimeters, so it will really fit down your sleeves for your sweater and your suit. So lug to lug, top, down and bottom, it's 46 millimeters. Screw down case up to 200 meters water resistance. So bezel is 120 clicks, so as you can see and hear, all right, okay, and definitely it's aligned. So yep, crystal, it's sapphire crystal, and there's an anti-reflective coating underside, which is a huge plus point. So I'll explain later why. All right, so for the movement itself, we are having a NH35 with 41 hours of power reserve, and do note that there's a ghost date wheel. So on the first position, you can see I'm trying to turn the crown, but the second hand isn't stopped, or there's no date change, so there's a ghost date, and some of you guys may not be interested in that. So the second tick will be the changing of time itself. All right, so screw down crown as I mentioned. So lug to lug, it's 20 millimeters, so it can fit a huge variety of straps. Let me see. All right, so how about the weight? Do we have the weight online? Okay, I do not have the weight online, but relatively I guess it's okay because it's quite a small watch itself. Okay, on design wise, I feel that the watch is really beautiful. So the case is a very vintage inspired case. Let me take my cloth so that I can see the polishing better. Okay, so at the edge of the case is chamfered, polished, and the bezel has a very nice coup de Paris grip to it. This is same as the crown. So there's a small crown guard and with the Rogue Horology logo on the crown. Alright, so for another side, it's brushed and polished at the sides. So with that, they have a very beautiful bracelet, brush on the sides, polish in the center links. Really beautiful. So it's not a more modernized look, I guess, more angular, less roundish, like the normal bead of rice that we are very used to see. Claps, folding claps, very secure. Alright, another side would be similar, and at the back it's Rogue Horology Type 1. So as you can see, it's also a solid end link. So for this, I think it's difficult to justify how much they can go for. They can also price this at 500, 600, but if you go to their website, you're only getting this for $249 USD, so that is roughly 300. And you got to know, you have solid end links, you have solid bracelet, not hollow links in the center. Sorry, mute clasps, right? So, and most importantly, what I want to say about the sapphire crystal is that if with an anti-reflective coating underneath, because I have this bad habit, it's just my OCD, I would tend to wipe my watch very often, and this is with a microfiber cloth. But what if I'm outside? I will still use my clothes, maybe tissue or something, to clean my watches. And over time, if you have seen my Marie Lacroix video, there will be patches of like watermark stains on the watch itself. So anti-reflective coating underneath is really a huge plus point. Alright, so as you can see, for this watch is really very value for money. With all the specs that I have mentioned earlier on, it's quite a beast for the price of the money. But for the design wise, I have to say it's really super legible. So most of the day, we're gonna wear our wrist doing stuff, and suddenly, pop, you roll your wrist and you know it's 3:50 something. You don't even need effort to look at time. I believe we do have watches that are not so legible. So even if you turn your wrist back up, you don't see the time as fast. And sometimes some people enjoy it because they tend to appreciate the beauty of the watch much more. But in my case, the legibility is really awesome. And the second hand is in white, so it doesn't stand out. So as you can see, the both of the hands, hour and minute hands, are in black, so they are very obvious behind with the contrasting yellow dial. Alright, so most of the time I don't think we do use the bezel very often, but it's good to be there for in case you need to time something. So minute markers all the way to 15, then 10 increment of 5 minutes marker. Alright, so yep, and it's beautifully aligned. So I have the yellow one, which looks spectacular because I mean it's a fun watch. It's a watch that I will I will wear every day. So let me see, what have I missed? Okay, small 4 micro adjustment, more than enough. Folding clasps. Okay, there is a Rogue Horology logo over here as well, so it's polished. Right, so I have been wearing this watch for quite some time now, rotating through my collection. So I only have 2 modes that I really want to point out, is that the end links, sorry, the beginning from the end links, the bracelet itself, it can be quite sharp certain times. I mean, you don't really feel the sharpness when it's on your wrist, but after you wear it for quite some time, you will tend to have marks on your wrist, so it's quite obvious to have the marks. But comfortability wise, weight wise, I think the watch is really well rounded. There's some heft to it, but there's no wrist, what do I call it, wrist fatigue in fact. Right. So another thing for me it's the crown. I feel that the crown is relatively small because when I wind the crown, I am already touching the back of the case. I mean, in most of the case, most of the situation, we are all doing that, but it's quite small to the fact that it looks, in my opinion, quite disproportionate. But because of this grip that they have it on the crown, you see, on the first turn, I can grip it really well. So there's no issues with that. Just on the looks wise, it's more. It just makes me think that it's quite small at the side. But utility wise, usage wise, I can turn the crown. You see, just once I can pop it up. There's no issue with the grip itself, but just on the aesthetic point of view. So with this watch, just want to show you guys this prototype that I have. I will have the link in the description directly to their website. You guys can go there and take a look, browse this watch. So this is the Type 1E yellow Rogue Horology watch. How can I forget this? I haven't did a reshot. So in this case, gotta show you guys, this is sized for me. Fits really well. Okay, so from the clasp, I'm just gonna do a wrist roll for you guys to take a look at how it fits my wrist. My wrist is 6.75 inches. So as you can see from the top view, it fits perfectly. Not too big, not too small. Alright, so the watch itself is really super beautiful. And you can see at the sides, it hugs around my wrist perfectly. Maybe a little bit of a hole, but because it's a female end link, it bends down immediately. And the lugs are also tilted downwards, so you won't have an issue with that. So thank you guys for dropping by. I hope you enjoy this video and find it interesting, because this is just a small brand and they are not funded through marketing or anything. So yeah, thank you guys for dropping by, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.